Oh, wow. For truck time. So we're gonna work on this thing for a bit. I've been working hard on that Camaro, and it's time to take a bit of a break and work on something a little different. Something easier, something simpler, something that's gonna be on the road right away, because this thing, it looks a little rough, but it's cherry. So what we're gonna do today, we have some cab corner issues. We gotta get that taken care of. Unfortunately, to get to that, we do have to MacGyver this box backwards to do it properly. So we have the engine crane. We moved this in the bigger garage just so we kind of have a little bit more room. I don't actually want to take the box completely off. I'm hoping I can get away with maybe just disconnecting some wires, lifting it up, kind of hoisting it back just a couple of feet. Most of the work is going to be done on the sides, obviously, but it is nice to weld it properly on the back of the cab and finish it off and give her a quick spritz of paint. Now inside, we also have a few things. We do have a door panel for it. We got to get that on. My favorite part about this truck, the floors. And I think these are original because I don't see any seam of where it was welded. I mean, unless they put it right up at the top. It's been painted, but I mean, look at that. That is just perfect. And the other side is even better. Oh, I did order a carpet kit. So we got black carpet for it, so I want to do that. But we have to do, like I said, the cab corners. There's a little bit of rot right in this section. The back side, it's not too bad. Honestly, I kind of like leaving the back side open a little or drill a couple holes in it just so all the junk has a place to go. That's what happens is you're driving on the road, it gets packed up in there and there's no way for it to get out. Yeah, same with this one. It'll need just a little bit there, but I think I'll leave the back open. I guess maybe I could have tried to buy that panel, but we'll just go ahead and make a little piece. Hey, we'll practice our metalworking skills. That cab corner is not near as bad. And again, the floors, look at them. Just mint. We have little sill plates on the side. This one has the door panel on it. No worries there. We got a new windshield in it. Yeah, we can go ahead and cab corners, get the interior spruced up, a little bit of a little deal WD-40. Actually has a headliner in this thing. It'll be something. Then all we got left, we gotta fit this tailgate. Everybody and their dog told me I was an idiot that I couldn't get it on. We'll assess that situation when we get there. But this thing's had some goofiness down on the bed. We got to get the taillights working because they were not. Oh, that's kind of coming up. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how much we should spruce this thing up. It's got a little bit of rot back here, but I kind of like that. It's a little bit of character. You know, wheel arch on that side's mint. This side, she needs a little love, but you know what? This, I believe, is all, can't really reach in there. I think it's all original. Typically when you put in a wheel arch patch, you really see it. It looks kind of ugly, so maybe you guys can vote down in the comments there. How crazy do we want to go? The cab corner I want to get done just because it kind of goes up in the, the cab itself. Obviously you want that taken care of. But the box, do we want to try and attempt to fix those bits or just kind of leave them as it is? Because what are we going to do? Are we going to body finish that all nice, try and blend the paint, and then we have this up top? I mean, there's only so much we can do here. You know what I mean? It's an old Ford farm truck, and ultimately that's where it's going to stay. The goal being, it's middle-ish of February, and the weather is starting to get nicer here. We're having unseasonably nice, very little snow. This will be getting a Cummins swap at some point when time and money allows. It is quite an endeavor and does take a few bucks, but I'm excited to do it with my friends. In the meantime, if we can just get it spruced up, it needs the exhaust fixed, the rear brakes, very minor things. It came with a little inspection sheet of what it needed to get done for it to be on the road, and my God, very little things. So we can get that all taken care of, and we should be pretty well on the road before you know it. So I think the plan is get this thing spruced up, get it tuned up, maybe make it run a little bit. It's got this 351M, which I know nothing about, which is also kind of fun just to learn. Get that dialed together. I mean, the wipers work, the heater works. We put a windshield in it. We got to put a set of tires on it because they're weather checked. And just kind of drive it as is for a couple months. Danny's excited to drive it. And so am I. I mean, I don't know. I'm not much of a truck guy, but I will say this thing appeals to me for some reason. Also, I'd like to get a little bit further done because my buddy Joe is going to come and letter this thing up a little bit, so I have some ideas. I'm not a big fan of the old shop truck look, but that's kind of the way I think we're going to go. Maybe some funny words and sayings on the side. So if you guys have some good ideas there, you know, hooker service, you know, towing or something like that. If you have any ideas we could put up there, little stars and stuff like that, we'll let her up the door. DD Speed Shop, you know, put a 1-900 number on there or something goofy and carry on. So if you have any ideas, I'm all ears because I'm not the best at thinking of them things up. Okay, well, I'm going to get the engine crane out, see if we can get this thing cross-strapped over. And I think there's only a few bolts to pull out, but honestly, I think what I'm probably going to do is just cut them all off and then put new hardware in because the odds of them coming out, slim to none. All right, well, there was 8 bolts holding down. I just kind of zip cut or torched them off. There's one wire connector underneath, but it was pretty buckshy. I think we'll end up, I wouldn't say rewiring it, but rewiring it. Now let's see if I can just get this dialed together. Oh, I guess I put the wrong one. So I just got a couple of cheapest ratchet straps you can buy on sale. Deal. Ugh. Oh, of course it popped out. Son of you know, you steal a freaking engine crane from your old man and you just can't maintain the hook here to hold the ratchet straps together. We'll just crank on it and see what happens. So, if it'll go up, we have to clear the bumper. We can roll the truck slightly ahead if we have to, but really, we've got to try and kind of wiggle it back and off to the side and whatever it kind of wants to do, hopefully. Pretty stiff there. Well, she's right on the cusp. They're 500-pound ratchet straps. The bed can't weigh more than 1,000 pounds. Can it? Was it just jammed? That might be the problem. Where are my pry bars? Okay, so just a scotch precarious, but not that bad. Look at this old girl, just cherry. So, you can see here, we'll probably end up replacing most of that cab corner. You can still even walk around both sides. A couple of foot on the old garage makes a big difference. And then this side, not near as bad. Well, it's still pretty ugly. So we'll be cutting them there out. These are pretty large patches, so I like to join them if I can right on the edges. It's easiest to bodywork. That one looks like it's a little buckshy. We also got to see, like, really back here, almost irrelevant. I mean, we'll make it just absolutely pristine, because why wouldn't we? But pretty simple little repair. Otherwise, man, the frame of this thing is mint. The look at all the box rails. They aren't all rotten. It's been beat, but and there's a bunch of gravel in this. So typically, I mean, I'm sure you guys all know, but out of town, farm truck, they just don't get the salt around here. So it stays a lot better. Sure bent that box side trying to pull it up, eh? There's a stuck bolt there, so yeah, we'll just lever it back, put the tailgate on. No one will be the wiser. But yeah, not being on the salty roads helps. The gravel roads obviously beat the shit out of the paint, and this thing is beat front to back. But for the look we're going for, who cares? It's the rust that's a real hassle. Now, I think I'll start on this side. Just needs, like I said, the outside kind of did up. We'll trim the back hole so it looks like something nice, something factory. And here might be, I don't know, we'll figure something out. Okay, now we're working on the ground. We're like one step above being outside. So this is a panel, you can see how high it goes up. We're not gonna need much. I think I might join it on the edge if I can. Just weld it up around. There's no point wrapping it around if we don't have to. And then I'll probably just go right to the very edge. We'll just do a whole piece, plug weld it in, put a bead across the side, or we could even angle it down. We could do all sorts of laziness there. No one's ever gonna see it. So I bet this panel here, what a terrible panel. This came with it. CHL Auto Parts. Oh, what the heck it is, but Guy's Auto Body Supply. Look at this corner. It's folded over. It looks like absolute garbage. It's supposed to have, the corner's supposed to have a nice, line to it. Look at this. It's just beat. Like, this is complete junk. What a waste of money this is. But it was free. Oh, I need a cut disc. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up. We're gonna cut up, around, over. We'll grind all this because the bottom is still not too bad for a little bit of structure. And the inner section's okay. It's got a little bit missing in the back. We might, like I said, I might just cut a square out of there because realistically, if the cab corner is on and that's on, the main reason with cab corners, you want to keep the exhaust gas out of the cab corner. But if we have a hole in the back here, we can use it to clean out this area so it's not boxed full of junk. So I'll just square cut that out. And I mean, we could put even just screw a plate on there if we wanted to. So you could get in and out and blast all the junk out of it so it doesn't get full of this crap and rust out in 79, 89, 99, 09, 19, 40 some years. So if we, we'll be lazy, but it'll save the truck. It's a fine machine. Okay, I'm gonna get some zip discs and we'll, I'm gonna say 20 minutes. I'll have this out, new one tacked on. Wagers? "31 minutes. That's how long that time lapse was. This patch is garbage. It's like just burning through and popping back and just, I don't know what the heck tin can this is made out of, but she junk. Now what we gotta do is build this piece. Now, a more talented man than myself, like a Cold War motor Scott or something like that, would build this in one piece. I'm gonna build it in trois. So if we build one, I can hardly, like a little horseshoe piece, then we'll do this just flat. And then we'll just put a little piece in there to join them. Tack, 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 weld, grind, and look how it looks. And it'll be good enough. I think, unfortunately, well, yeah. We'll have to kind of trace a piece out first. We're probably gonna end up cutting a fair bit of this out because it's all blistered and gross. But yeah, we should be able to get that on there, and then we can honestly go work back and forth. We'll schmuck this a little bit of filler. It's gonna get like a coat, and then just good enough. And then actually I meant to get some paint today, a little paint match. Hopefully I can just get some from like the hardware store or something like that, and we can just dust it in there. Really just the back is all that really matters. The side we can do whatever, but it'd be nice to paint it and body work it while the box is back there, make my life nice and easy. But yeah, she's sturdy, it lines up. This panel is just flimsy and junk and garbage, and Maybe I'm a little cranky about panels right now. That could be part of it, but either way, it pisses me off. And again, down here, does it really matter what it looks like? It's inside a door jamb in an old beater truck. That's the other thing. Could have I done a better job on this patch? Oh yeah, I just hammering it. It's lumpy, but it's, look what we're working on here, guys. Look what we're trying to match. We don't want the cab corner being too nice. It'll look out of place. All right, well, there we go. A little ugly, but it'll work just fine. Everything is solid in there. We'll just I'll put some filler on there, swipe it with my finger, scuff it up, and we'll shoot it. This panel actually was over top anyways, like it's lapped. So I kind of did that, plug weld on the bottom. Back here was a little rod, and so I just weld a little piece in, and ultimately, it's not that big of a deal. I think we'll go ahead and clean it up a little spritz of some paint. It'll be just fine. Now, just going on the other side right quick. I'm also getting kind of hungry, so I'll go look at it and see how bad it is. If I can knock it out in half hour, 45 minutes, maybe I'll just do that. And then we got to go and get some paint before the store closes if it's available. Otherwise, just body work, which is kind of ugly, but I'd like to get this all dialed right quick. I ran out and got, man, these match cans are getting smaller and smaller, but yeah, we got that. It's close-ish, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Good enough. So we're gonna do this side right quick. Got everything kind of set up. I think I'm just gonna blast through it. I might just kind of come back and show you a couple little tips and tricks I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna cheat on this one. And yeah, jam her together in a hurry. This one just has the back, so it's nice. I'm gonna make that little piece in this one little rod hole there, but a little square cut out. Weld her in, grind her down, it'll be good to go. And I actually think inside of the other side, maybe this side, I'll just seam seal it. I'd like to get some paint on this tonight. It's already kind of late, but if I can paint it and get the box back in place, just life's easier. And then tomorrow we can put the carpet in and make it look like a truck. Step one, cut the panel wherever you want. So I'm going to start, that's a little beat up. We'll go here. Cut it off. Look at this absolute pile of a stamp. Narrow to wide. Anyway, I'm going to put my Sharpie. So we're going to go ahead, I just trimmed it down to a manageable size. Line up the corner and a little bump. Mark it. So we could probably join it right here, but it's got a curve. Probably easier to work right here, sanding wise. So I'm going to cut down here, and then we'll probably cut around here. Grind all this down. I took it all off the last one. We're just going to join right over it. No one's ever going to see, so I'll get that cut out right quick. So look at this garbage. Fits on the bottom. This line is perfect. That's what we want, because that's what we're actually going to see. Around the back, which no one will ever see. Nothing lines up. This thing is like, the panel is garbage. But we're pretty close. So what we can do now is we'll just go ahead and spot weld this in. So the holes I drilled. Go in there. And take the clamps off. Then we can cut this a little nicer. Weld it all in. We're done. Look at that. Nice and ugly, but she's on there. We're gonna grind it all down. Look at this. Look at this gap. That's ridiculous. Just the stamping is terrible. But yeah, door lines up. It'll be fine. Like look, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, and I did a little patch in here, so I'll get that all cleaned up. That we're just gonna seam seal, because that's all that is really. I'm gonna grind around here. Then we're gonna come back next. We'll do a schmoo filler there, and down there on the edge. This I'm not even gonna worry about because no one will ever see it. You know, like that far back. Who cares? Yeah. So come back when we're actually schmooing stuff. I'm gonna grind that, and I'm gonna zip this flat with the zip disc, just so it doesn't look ridiculous. With these cheap panels. I mean, they were free to me, so I can't really complain. But these, I guarantee, if we keep this truck a few years, we'll be replacing these again because they're so junky. Okay, got some filler mixed up. I mix it different now. I watched old Bad Chad, and he does like smooth it out, get some of the air junk out. But anyways, we're gonna go just right around there. Channel my inner Bad Chad. I love that guy. Go ahead and just bunch that on there. I'm gonna do the other side right quick there. Put her on a little on the heavy side because I'm a little lazy and I don't really want to deal with this. It's gonna get one shot. And that's it. We're just gonna sand her by hand. Call her good enough. Okay, so the filler's just almost on the cusp of being hard there. I like to think it's still a little bit soft. We got, I think, 80, 180, 240, 180. I got a multitude. I think I had some 320 in there too. And we're gonna do it all by hand. No blocks, no cares. And we'll just jam through it right quick. I ended up putting a little bit on the back. I had some spare filler. I'm just gonna scuff that up, but you know, right in there, make it look kind of nice. And then once we get that taken care of and that's all sanded, we'll go in here with some seam sealer, make it look real pretty, and then give her a, see, like this just got seam sealer right from factory. Very strange. It's like these trucks were glued together. Maybe it is glue and we're gonna use seam sealer, but all the same thing, and it'll look fine. Okay, good enough. White hides a lot. Okay, we got her sitting in primer. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of this seam sealer, kind of make it look like something-ish. We're going to paint over all this, but go ahead and put that on there. And I'm just going to kind of make it look pretty. Should get a rag, actually. I lost interest in sanding it by hand, so I grabbed a sander, which I didn't have the proper size sanding disc for, but I had a pair of scissors, so it all worked out in the end. Now this we can paint half hour. Let the primer dry. I'll give it a quick scuff, but this we're just putting the bare minimum on. Look at that. It'll look just fine. So I'm gonna get the other side dialed, let this tack up, get a bunch of dust in it, call her a day. Okay, I got the heater on high. We gave her a coat of primer. I just scuffed it right quick. We got this little touch up. See if we can kind of give her a little blend in there. It's getting a little late, but see if we can get Danny to put some pants on at 11 o'clock at night. Help me lower this thing. Color's definitely not exact. What are you gonna do? Honestly, I probably should have put a little rocker guard. Would have given it a bit of a better look, but yeah. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. There's not a whole lot we can do about it at this point, so I'll put a couple of coats on. I said I'll see if we can sneak Danny out here right quick. The trick is just never ever wash it and it'll look fine. Well, from a distance it looks fine. I mean, we'll beat it up, scuff it, put a little junk in there. It is what it is. I gotta say though, like this line, like that's all metal. There's no body filler there. Look how crappy that stamping is. Like, blah. Anyway, I'm gonna show you this before I put it all back together. Look at the underside of the box. The box rails are still in good shape. They're not rotten. Can you believe that? I don't think I've ever had a truck box of something vintage like this where the truck cross rails are in decent shape. Like that boggles my mind. Okay, well, I'm gonna take out, I gotta get all the bolts that I hammered through or didn't go all the way through. We'll get those out. Then we can get Danny out here. We'll set this thing down on the chassis. I better not leave that there because I will forget it. Let the paint dry overnight. We scuff it up, who cares? And then, yeah, tomorrow we'll put the carpet in, sill plates. I gotta go get new bolts. I just cut them all off, so we'll get some bolts tomorrow. So it'll be like a real truck. It'll look good. I'm stoked on that. Oh, your camera ready. Oh. Oh no. You could be on the other side. I'll block you with my muscles.
I was watching a movie.
What? Okay, I need you to pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Oh, many pumps.
This is giving me PTSD to the tow truck.
The tow truck? Well, we're pumping on the tow truck.
The truck bed.
Oh.
It didn't go good.
Yeah, this won't go well either. So the idea is we have to put the box back where it was without damaging the paint. We can absolutely perfect. Actually, you want to hold it back here a little, just so it kind of levels, you know? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a turn. Gentle. Do you give it a push over? Is it kind of stuck on something?
Push over where?
Like that. So it's, there we go. It's basically going to install it. Maybe your face should be on camera. Oh. Surgically.
Does it need to keep it more level? Oh, it smells like paint in here.
It was probably the paint, yeah. That's not bad. We're pretty close. So now I gotta try and get the fuel deal up in here.
Did you record when you walkie-talking me to come out here?
No.
I could hear in your voice that you were unhappy.
What? I love this. All right, ready? Full speed.
Oh God. Do I need to do? Oh, it's on the tailgate.
What? There's no tailgate.
It's on the bumper.
Oh, it's not even lined up here, darling.
Well, what do you want me to do?
These people all saw us look like idiots.
You literally, the only task you told me was to just hold it level, and then I asked you if I needed to direct anything.
Hang on, all good noises. Well, there we go. I got that side. Hang on, we got her.
What do you want me to do? That's a gas tank.
I need you to not be where I am.
Where would you like me to go?
I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. This has to do something. What is going on here? Here. Ouch. Oh, it's fine. We're fine. I think we're good. Can you lower it slowly? Slower. Slower.
Right or left?
Left. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, give her. Can you let it down a little more? Oh, hang on. She's all cattywampus. Oh, we got the bed rails jacked up in this. Ouch. Okay. So, why is that side good and this side's all mangled? Anything it's caught on? It's not even touching nothing.
Should I pump it back up?
What I'm thinking is we'll put it down more and then just shake it around until it fits. Okay, that's good. Well, maybe it's okay. Yeah, let her down more.
With your head right there?
Well, yeah, it'd be fine. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, all the way.
She stopped.
It's perfect. All right. New day. You can hardly tell we put these cab warmers on. You know, once we kind of rough them up a little bit, should be perfect. Got the junk cleaned out inside. I cleaned up just a hair. I love trucks for this reason. You can toss all your junk in the back. You don't lose storage space. I mean, I guess I pile stuff up in the Camaro and everything anyway. We got the bed kind of back into place-ish. I've made my list. I gotta run out and get a bunch of stuff. It's come up on the weekend, so everything gets closed. Sundays. Why are things closed Sundays? Everyone's resting? No, it's the day you work the hardest. Oh yeah, I gotta get bolts. We gotta check out the exhaust on this thing. We gotta go through and get a bunch of, I gotta probably rewire the back half, the lights and all that. That'll be in the next video. But I get like the 4-way trailer lights. It's super cheap. You get all sorts of wires and you're good there. I did get, these are all, I don't know, they're a little corroded. So I bought some new universal jobs. We gotta get some clips. This is a door panel. And it looks like it's kind of held in just with these pop-in clips and maybe the window crank and I don't know, a few other things. So we'll go see if we can find something that'll match that. But today, I want to try to get the tailgate on. Before we do that, I want to slap this carpet in. This is definitely not the carpet I thought I was going to get. I thought it was like hook and loop. This is like fleecy. But anyways, we're going to slap it in there and see. I have a feeling it's meant to go under the seat. I think what we're going to do is just trim it to fit under the seat because I am not pulling the seat out. I am that lazy. And carpet, like this is just as much money as a Tri-5 carpet. What's up with that? It's like a third or 2/3 of the carpet. I'll hold it in with this. So we put those in there. So even if I'm kind of lazy up in here, it'll just kind of float there, but it'll be held down, clamped on the side. And then that's kind of that. I guess the wiring, there's only one set of wires there, which must be the dome light. So I don't really gotta worry about that. And the high-low beam switch is there, so maybe I'll leave that a little loose. I haven't gone through the wiring to make sure that works. The headlights, oh, actually I should put that on the list. Headlights, only had one headlight working, so I should probably go through and buy a headlight or two. Square lights, eh? 79. Oh yeah, we need wiper blades, all sorts of kind of little stuff. Don't even look that atrocious on camera through my fingers. So let's go ahead and get this lined out. You know, the ideal thing to do with carpet is let it sit outside, the nice hot sun, and kind of relax and all those things. It's freezing outside. It'll turn into a brick. So we're just gonna toss it in there, hoist up as much as we can, do a little trim with a razor blade and call it good. It's a truck. This thing probably didn't even have carpet from new. Probably had like a rubber mat or something like that. So we're really churching this thing up. I'll see when I get it kind of positioned in. So I gotta slap the carpet in there. Actually, it fits real nice. We got it jammed up as much as we can. The little boot thing is right there. Now the problem is we have to tuck this under the seat. Obviously it's got the tracks. So all I'm gonna do is take a razor blade, kind of mark where the tracks are, cut a little slit in it. It'll flop in there. It'll be all gross and ugly underneath, but the side will be fine. We'll be able to screw it down. This is super easy. And the nice thing actually, sorry, a little close there. It's got this like stitching the whole way around the edge, except for the top, which is the only place you think you'd need it. But the sides, even though we're gonna end up encapsulating it, that'll be pretty nice. Really sharpens this truck up. I might even armor all it. Wait, look at that carpet. We gave her a quick wipe down, maybe a little armor all even down the road. It'll be something else on this. That all worked out just fine. I put out the sill plates. I just kind of put them in there with a few screws, let the carpet kind of settle. We might have to give it a tug and re-screw it in there. But we're calling that section's done. Now the next one, we got this beat up tailgate. Now I bought this last week or something like that. We did it on Danny's channel. And I said I paid $600 for it. You guys thought I was an idiot for doing that. Anyway, she's got a couple of love dents in it. It is in fact the wrong color. I couldn't get it on the truck because, and I've never seen this, so maybe this is Ford stuff. You have your one side, which, is a circle. I always thought the other side had like a C, like a little slot cut in it. Not the case. These are all broke off. I think I'm just gonna weld them on. I think I'm gonna cut a C channel in this, kind of like a funny angle or something like that. Or I don't know what I'm gonna do there. What am I gonna do? So a lot of times these are like, they're not round. They're like a stud or something like that, on Chevy stuff anyways. So anyways, we'll play with that. I then have to move the latches because they've been moved south. And for some reason somebody welded them on. So I'm going to have to break all that off, which would be a hassle, and then I'm going to go ahead and weld them back on, and we'll go ahead and put this tailgate on. If it all fits and kind of works, then we can worry about giving her a little coat of paint or something like that. Or maybe just leave it. I don't know. It's an old farm truck. We'll see. This thing is hammered. You don't get much for 600 bucks anymore, I guess, these days. So I'm going to start working on this a little bit, just see what I can figure out. Maybe even Google what an actual Ford trunk or deck lid tailgate looks like, and go from there. I don't know what this is off of. I think dent sides are all the same. Hopefully it's actually off a dent side. Maybe it's off something else. I don't know, but the guy told me it was. So we'll see what they look like. Make a command decision and go from there. So a new tailgate hung on there. I just put some new hardware. I had to go and heat up the dog there to get it all taken care of, but that's good. This side it was all missing, so it just has a nut and bolt, and the bottom side is pre-welded. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of put it up and down a little bit. Nothing seems to fit. Everything is all stiff and whatnot. But we have to get these latches off Anyways, this tailgate, the truck, everything is so beat to crap that the tailgate almost wants to fall out. So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's going to nut and bolt in. We're not going to cut anything or do whatever. We're going to leave it factory original. Now, hopefully, they welded. They only got the 3 spots here, not on the back side. Supposed to even knock that out. And we'll move it up and we'll, yeah, scooting around I want to do. Take these out, probably be a hassle. And they're mangled and hard to get to, and I just don't care. So, at least we have them, the latches. I think realistically this truck, the bed's going to be chunk up, and we'll just leave it for the short term. Let's get cutting and welding and see where we end up. What is this outfit? It's on fire. No fear, no failure.
I don't know what it's I like it because it said classic on it.
Classic. So, man, this tailgate's seen better days. We got her on there. The little arms, these are all bent, so I just took them. They've been modified, so they need to be re-modified. So they work proper. The box is pushed out, so the tailgate actually does fall out of it, so we gotta do some screwing around to it. But it's in there now. That's all that really matters. Danny likes it, this orangey red color. She said it looks shitty.
Yes.
I don't, what are you saying about my truck here? That's just your truck. So there we have it. Tailgate on, cab corners dialed. We still gotta season these up a little bit so they don't look so terrible. Interior's cherry. I got to get those clips. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a little list of all the things I need. And then today we're going to go out and run a bunch of errands and get all sorts of crap to put this thing back together. So the next video we should have door panels on. I got a hair in my eye. I don't know where it came from. My luscious locks. I got Merbrows coming in.
You do, and they're strong.
So we gotta get box bolts to bolt this thing down. We gotta get wiring so we can get the taillights dialed together. And then we just got to plumb the back brakes, and we got to fix the exhaust. And this thing is really kind of ready to go for like a test drive.
Doesn't this thing not do good in the snow at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a tow truck. And you can push, can't you?
Not in this fit.
Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this pile of junk F250. She's a custom. I'm ready to go back with the Camaro already. Is that funny? I don't know what's wrong with me. Comment below, let me know what you think. I think I asked a few questions in this video, so if you could answer them up, that would be fantastic. And I'll see you in a couple of days, but just a couple hours from me. Bye. Hit the button. Get it. Okay. Let's get some hot dogs.
No more hot dogs.
I'm eating them.